Good day, friends. Welcome to another video. At the end of each costuming series, I'm going to be doing one of these accessory videos where I will be showing you all the accessories that go into a costume, like the necklaces and earrings, the jewelry, the shoes, the hair, the wigs. And these accessories may be things that I will show you how to make, or they may be things that I have just bought for the costume. Cinderella does not have a lot of accessories because Sandy Powell wanted her to stand out at the ball with just her simplistic beauty, and I just think that's so nice. So in this video, I will just be showing you the wig and the glass slippers. First, let's talk about wigs. So when you're doing a cosplay or a costume, you obviously want to have a really good wig. You want to make an investment in your wig because not all wigs are really great quality. Here I have a cheap $5 wig from the costume store, and these wigs, I hate them. They're disgusting. The main reason is because you can just tell that they are very cheap quality. You can just feel the synthetic plasticiness inside the locks. But yes, you can tell because it's very shiny and it doesn't look very natural. It doesn't look like real hair because it's very shiny, and it just it doesn't brush well, it doesn't style well. You can see that there's not a lot of hair in the back, and then the wig cap in general is just very small. It doesn't fit my head very well. And what I hate the most about these wigs is you can't really style them because the hair is sewn on in these really thin little wefts, and whenever you try to pull the hair up to style it, the wig cap underneath will be revealed. So you can't do much with these wigs. They're very short, they're very cheap. So yeah, I definitely recommend that you invest in a really good wig. I should probably just clarify, I'm not trying to shame these wigs. I'm just saying, if you're looking for a really good costume, this probably isn't the best choice for you. I have purchased a wig and it cost around $40 max. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive wig out there. I recommend, if you're looking for a good wig, to search up natural wigs. Okay, so I have fetched one of my natural wigs, and this is the bag it comes in. It comes in a nice bag instead of just the plastic bag. And these are really nice wigs. So like I said, they cost around $40. I believe this one was on sale and it was half off, so it was about $20. And they come with these wig caps, which really help contain all your hair. So I'm sure if you are a hairstylist, you probably know a lot about what I'm going to tell you. So this is what the wig looks like. And you can already see that there is a huge difference. So if I unbox this wig, I was styling it for my Elsa hair, so forgive the misshapen braid. But look at how matte this is. It's matte, which means it's not shiny, and it's very, very soft. I will link these wigs down below. I ended up purchasing a white one, a redhead one, and a blonde one. And if you don't know a lot about wigs, you may have not heard about lace wigs. And lace wigs are these wigs that have this mesh at the front. And this mesh has little tiny hairs rooted into, I don't know if you can see that, but there's little tiny hairs that are just rooted into this mesh. And it really makes the wig look a lot more natural, especially when you wear it. I've worn wigs like this on Halloween and people thought it was my real hair and they were like, "Did you bleach your hair?" No, it's just a wig. And these ones, they're just so great. There's enough room for your head to go in there. They're very adjustable, and it's still sewn on in little wefts, but the wefts there's more of them, and anyway, it's easier to style. You can pretty much do any style you want with these, and they're very long, they're very fun to style, and so I definitely recommend you invest in these wigs. Like I said, I'll link them down below. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I will link them down below. I think last I checked, they were currently unavailable, but I'm pretty sure you can find some similar ones on eBay. To style my wig, I filled up a pot with warm water and added to it a cup of fabric softener. The fabric softener will soften the fibers in the wig and make them super smooth. If you don't have fabric softener, hair conditioner is a good substitute. Gently set your wig into the pot and don't stir it around, just submerge it until it is soaked through. You want to let it sit for at least 3 hours. Sometimes you can leave it overnight. After soaking, pour out the water and pat the wig dry with a towel. Carefully pin the wig to a foam head while it's still wet, and keep a towel handy to catch the drips. And then you're just going to want to give it a quick brush and make sure you start at the tips of the hair, working your way up to the scalp. Alright, so first to style the wig, we are going to want to curl the wig. And I'm going to show you my method to curl the wig because each wig tends to be a little different. Because it is synthetic and some may be made out of various forms of fibers. So my curling iron is not warm enough to, and not big enough to do thick curls on this thick hair. So instead I'm going to use my flat iron, and to make this easier, I am going to use this wooden dowel, and I start by wrapping the tip of the hair along the wooden dowel. And I like using the wooden dowel because you can spread the hair out so that the surface area is very thin, and that will curl quicker. So you're just going to roll it up. This is the same wooden dowel that I used for my fishing line on my flounces, and it still has some fishing line on it. And I'm going to take my flat iron, and it's on the lowest setting, and then I'm just going to hold it for a couple seconds and move it up and down along the wooden dowel. Now when you're using heated products like a curling iron or a flat iron on wigs, especially synthetic wigs, you want to be very careful because especially like really cheap wigs, they aren't very good at being heat resistant. And so you always want to have it on the lowest setting, and sometimes it may even melt and curl and break and such. So you want to keep your heat setting very low, and before you even start, you might want to do a test on a strand of hair, preferably in the back of the head where it's less likely to be seen, and do a little heat test with that. Alright, I've now heated up most of my wooden dowel. I'm just going to roll it down a little bit so that I can get the other side, and I'm going to keep doing this. And if you don't feel comfortable using heat on your wigs, or in case your wigs do not pass the heat test, you can use foam rollers. And this works just as well, but you'll have to wash your wig first to get out all the tangles, and then you'll have to comb your wig and put the curls in, and then put it back into boiling water, or slightly cooled off boiling water. But yeah, that can take a little bit longer, so I just like using this method because it's a lot easier to do. Alright, and once that is all done, you can slide it off, and you've got your nice little curl. And here is what the rest of them look like. Make sure you curl some towards the head and some away from the head so that the curls don't all mush together and make like chunky curls. So if you want them to be more individual, then you'll have to curl them in different directions, and continue until you have finished curling all the hair. Now I'm just going to part my wig with a rat tail comb, and I am doing this with the wig on so that I can have a more accurate representation of where the part should be. So I'm going to part the wig right down the middle. Alright, I think that's a pretty good center part. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of divide the hair in half this way so that we have the front half, we have a front half and a back half. And we are going to be styling the front half, and the back half is just going to be left down. So after I'm done dividing this, I'm going to return the wig back to the foam head. And because this wig is so thick, you are able to be very generous with the sections in the front. I've worn this for Halloween before, and I realized there was like plenty of hair to go in the front, and there's still plenty of hair in the back. And of course, if your foam head is very, very accurate to the size of your actual head, you probably won't have to put the wig on to do this step, but I have a pretty large head and I also have a lot of hair stuffed into the wig cap, so I always try it on before just to make sure that everything is where it should be. I separated these two front sections in half again, and with the half that's closer to the back of the head, I created a rope braid on either side of the wig. I crisscrossed them over the top of the head and pinned them in place. With bobby pins, of course. Not sewing pins. We are styling hair, not sewing. So make sure you use bobby pins, just to clarify. And then I took the front sections and twisted them as well and pinned them to the back. Then you're going to want to touch up those curls, because I noticed that after a little bit of styling, some of my curls tended to fall out, so I just gave it a quick little curl again, just on any other sections that might have needed to be recurled, and that was pretty much it. Alright, now we're moving on to the glass slippers. Cinderella's glass slippers are iconic, so I of course wanted to incorporate this in the look. Now, this section of my video will most likely be sort of an unboxing because I purchased my shoes, so there's not really much I can say about them. But before I show you the shoes, I wanted to talk a little bit about some glass slippers that I had previously bought from another seller, and this is what they look like. Now, this is actually not what they look like when you buy them, because these butterflies are actually, I made these with a 3D printing pen and put little diamonds on them. So the butterflies on these shoes, they're not the butterflies that come with the shoes, with these shoes. So another thing is they also don't have the glitter on them either. They're just kind of clear. I originally made these for like sort of a display. The label I unpicked and the butterfly just came off because hot glue is not a very good substitute.
Don't worry guys, I glued it back on, so, you know, no glass slippers were harmed.
Anyway, you can actually see here that they do have a butterfly on it, and this was just another piece of plastic that was sewn to the shoe, but I picked that off as well. The inside kind of has like this iridescent look to it, and the heel is really, really cool looking. But I have a few complaints about these shoes, because first of all, the heel has broken. And this is because it's just sewn to more plastic, and the plastic is not very strong. And another thing is these shoes will give you blisters because the edge of the plastic is also very uncomfortable to wear. So eventually I just repurposed these to be display shoes, which is why they have the butterflies on them, and I painted them with glitter. So I just use them for display now. So yeah, they're not the most comfortable to wear. So that is why I wanted to purchase a new pair of glass slippers for this dress. And here they are. This is the box that comes in. I will leave a link down below where you can buy these. I believe they are about $10 more than the other glass slippers I purchased, but I think it's definitely worth the money because they are a lot nicer. So inside the box has a nice silvery lid. Inside the box, we have our shoes. And these ones are so pretty. I love the heel, and it even has like a little bit more of a, I don't know, it's just got more of a glassy look because it has this extra bit of plastic that the other shoes don't have. So here it is for comparison. Let me just take out the little stick and the tissue paper. Now these ones do come with like three-dimensional butterflies, not just a piece of plastic sewn on. And they also have a very iridescent look to them. And the best part is they have fabric sewn to the heel and around the edges, so they are a world more comfortable than this. Although this one is really pretty, I prefer these ones much more. If you want to purchase a pair of these, the sizes run 2 sizes small. So this is a size 10, and which is kind of confusing because on the back it says 11 and I don't know, but it was listed as a size 10, and I am a size 8/8.5, and these fit perfectly. So if you're going to buy these, I recommend you buy 2 sizes up because they tend to run small. These ones also tend to run small, and I think that's another reason why my heel broke, was because I think I bought only 1 size up in this one. I think I bought like a 9, but yeah, I guess if I bought a 10, maybe this wouldn't have happened and this might be more comfortable. But still, I think these ones, this is a much better shoe. Well, that's pretty much it for today, but before we go, I have a quick announcement from Announcement Mary, so I will... Okay, well, hello, hi, I am Announcement Mary, and I'm here to bring you a very special announcement. Let me get my stringy hair under control. Alright, so I am going to announce one of my first small projects, and I say small project because this isn't like a big project where I plan and budget and spend a ton of money to do this, so this is like a smaller project, but it's not really like a really small project, so this is kind of like a medium project. But anyway, yes, so I am going to be attending a Renaissance fair in May, and of course, being the seamstress I am, thought I need to make a historically accurate dress to wear to this Renaissance fair, because how could I not? So I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's just me. But I thought, I've always wanted to make my own Renaissance dress, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to make a historically accurate Snow White dress. I'm designing this dress based on the Elizabethan era, or Shakespearean era, I don't know. It's kind of around the 1500s, but I basically wanted to create a live action feel to Snow White's dress. And so, yes, I have purchased materials for that, and it wasn't a very expensive project, but it's just gonna be something that I hope won't take me too long because, you know, I have a deadline this time. And don't you worry, because this will not be replacing my Emma project. This is just going to be a short project that should only take a few videos. And, you know, it's just gonna be a fun little historical adventure, so I cannot wait. So it's gonna be fun. Hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. This Cinderella project has been so fun, and I just can't wait to see it all put together. It has really, truly been a dream come true. This is a really good angle. What am I doing? Era. My doorbell's ringing. I'm going to go answer the door real quick. Sort of a live action feel to the Snow White